Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Fragrance Banter podcast. I'm Mike.
And I'm Steve.
And we're just two friends checking out fragrances, catching up, and having a good time, and crossing the Atlantic Ocean.
Yes, excited. I'm really excited for this episode, by the way. So this is episode 2, and I'm genuinely excited because we're doing our 5 fragrances for life, and I don't know what yours are. And I'm really super hyped for mine. So I'm really quite excited for this episode. Yeah, I'm eager. I'm really eager.
Well, before we get into that, I was going to ask you, because in the last podcast I did, we were 2 best friends. Now we're just 2 friends. Do you think we'll ever get to best friends?
You know what? I noted that. I absolutely noted that when I played it back. I was like, he's like, you bastard. And I was going to say to you, actually, in one of the episodes, I was going to be like, at what point, what have I got to do to kind of get upgraded, to kind of get into that best friend kind of thing? It's like, at what point are we going to kind of do that? And it would be really awkward if I do the intro and I'll be like, I'm talking to my best friend, and then when you do it, it's like, I'm just talking to this guy that I know.
Friend.
Really awkward.
Maybe by episode 10.
Really awkward, like unbalanced friendship dynamic there.
Yeah.
He's my best friend in the whole wide world. Anyway,
I think we had both picked a Patreon that if we couldn't have our 5 fragrances that we've chosen, we would go with their list.
Yes, correct. Yes. So thank you, patrons. So yeah, we put it out. We told them what episode was coming. So we asked them what their 5 fragrances for life would be. And a point that we've raised amongst ourselves before recording is we didn't lay down any rules or laws for this, did we? So
no,
we didn't say if it was just your 5 fragrant. I can't even talk. This is not good for a podcast, is it? Your 5 favorite fragrances, or if it has to be like the 5 that you could only own, so there's got to be versatility in there, etc. So we didn't lay down any rules. We just said 5 for life.
Yeah. So did you go off of these are 5 that have to be in my collection no matter what?
Well, yes. Initially I started thinking about, if I could only own 5, what 5 would it be? So I've got enough, and in the end I was just screwed up. I just picked my absolute top 5 fragrances.
Okay.
So as long as we only have a winter season, I'm good.
Okay.
As long as I'm on a sexy date night in the middle of winter, I'm good, mate. I've got you covered. I could do that every night for 5 whole nights.
Yeah, I think I know which direction you've gone. I chose if I could only own 5 fragrances for the rest of my life, couldn't buy another one. So these 5 are the only 5 that I could own.
Oh, interesting. I have got some others that I would think, because I recently did a video on my YouTube and Instagram where I sort of posed the question to the viewers, how many fragrances do you think you could get away with if you had to own the bare minimum, and what would they be? And I said I could get away with 4 fragrances, I think I said.
Man.
I'm trying to remember what I did now. Yeah, I think I said a daily driver, a summer freshie, a winter fragrance, and a sexy date night. Mm-hmm. I said with those 4, I think I could get away with it. So I have given that some thought. So if need be, I can diversify my list. But for the sake of this episode, I've just got the top 5, baby.
Oh boy. Okay. I think I need to put mine in order of which ones I'm going to go with.
Oh, we're doing it in order as well. Oh my God, we should have laid down some rules here.
Yeah, I think we should each go, like, here's my number 5, and then you give yours, and then we'll go down that way.
Okay. I'm working on it. Oh shit, this is hard. Oh no. You're going to hear me rustling around in the background now. Oh no. Yes, I think that. Then that. Okay. Oh, squeaky lid. Hold on. There you go. That's the real scent geeks out there would be able to determine what bottle that was. But
okay.
Yeah, I'm ready. I've got my 5. So
how do we want to do it? Do we want to go halfway through and then talk about the Patreon list, or do we start with the Patreons?
I tell you what, let's start our list.
Okay.
And then what we'll do is we'll do a couple. It'd be good because I've not spoken to you, so it'd be good to find out how the hell you're doing as well.
Yeah.
And then so we can do that. We can do another couple. Then we'll do the Patreons. We'll break it up. We'll tease it. We'll kind of build suspense and make them wait. We'll do it like that.
Let's get into it.
Right. So, number 5 then. Are you going first?
No, you first. You go ahead.
Oh no, I feel like I'm exposed. I'm on stage. I've just walked out in some tighty whities and I don't know Right, okay. My first fragrance is... I feel like it should be a drum roll or anything. So I'll show the camera. I don't know if patrons are ever... We've still not decided if patrons are ever going to see us on camera, but it's this. Parfum de Marly Leighton.
Oh, baby.
So it's the original Leighton. Love this fragrance. It's just... everybody knows Leighton. What I will say, I've got an ongoing debate, and I would genuinely be quite happy if I had the Alexandria Fragrances version, which is Royal Equestrian. I think, if I'm being totally honest, that probably smells slightly better than the original. But just for the sake of the list, and because it's niche and I'm showing off my bottle, I thought I'd include Leighton. But yeah, I think Leighton is a bit fresher and a bit greener, where Alexandria's version is a little bit sweeter, which I kind of like.
Yeah.
That is my number 5. I discovered Royal Equestrian first, blind bought it, loved it, fell in love with it, had another bottle, and then eventually I bought Leighton.
I don't know that I've smelled Royal Equestrian.
Oh, it's really good. Really good.
Maybe I did. I know I've ordered some things from Alexandria, but it's kind of split up. There's like a US branch and like a UK branch.
Yes, there is. They are the same fragrances to the best of my knowledge.
Okay.
But yeah, basically the UK side of the business is sort of distributed within the UK, but they all come from the US, I believe. I could be wrong on that, so don't quote me. Question for you. Have you smelled Leighton Exclusive?
I have.
And what did you think to it?
I didn't like it as much as Leighton, but there's something to it. I just felt like, and I never wore it. We never did. Maybe we did an episode on it. I can't remember. But I want to say it was not as sweet and maybe a little pepperier.
Yeah, it's definitely, I'm struggling to remember. I like what they did with it as such. They went in a sort of different way. They kept some of the original DNA and went in a direction. So it's an interesting release, but I didn't prefer it as much as the original.
Yeah, same.
It's a bit more sort of skanky, isn't it? It's got a bit more like... it's got some clackers to it, just for a shout out to some previous podcasts. It's kind of got a bit of, which is not my bag, but I kind of respect the release. I kind of like what they did with it. They took the original, they did something rather than just, making it a little bit stronger or just
call it a parfum.
Yeah, they actually did something to it. So yeah, you're a big fan of Leighton. Before we find out what your number 5 is, you're a big fan of Leighton, right?
I love Leighton. Absolutely.
I remember you got a cheeky little compliment at a funeral, didn't you?
You do remember that. I sure did. Yeah. I sat down and it went in row of the pew, my friend, his girlfriend, and then me. And then she leans over at one point and says, "What are you wearing?" I say, "It's called Leighton." And she goes, "You smell really good." And I go, "Well, thank you." And then she goes,
"Wow.
No, thank you."
Mike dropping panties at a funeral. That's how he rolls.
My friend's girlfriend. Shameful. But guys, you can't control what these fragrances do, okay?
It probably wasn't the fragrance. It was probably just the sheer testosterone sexability that you were that was just eking off of your skill.
Yeah. I was dressed nice too.
Of course you were. It wasn't the funeral where you had your bollocks out. It's not that one, was it?
Not that one. Yeah. If you're a Patreon, you know that story too. We won't get into it here, but I will get into my number 5.
Hit me.
Speaking of clones and originals, I'm going clone over an original by picking Insidious by Insider Parfums over Aventus.
That's fair. That's a fair shout. That is a good release.
Yeah.
So for anybody who doesn't know, that is a clone of vintage Aventus, wasn't it? That was the whole point of why they brought that out. They didn't want to just bring out another Aventus clone. They were like, well, there's loads of Aventuses out there. Mm-hmm. Aventus it's a shadow of its former self. So let's clone the vintage batch of Aventus. And that's what they did. And it is bloody good, and it does make you appreciate why Aventus was so popular back in the day.
I am on my 300th mil of it. I've gone through 200 mil. I bought a 50 mil from you.
You did.
Yeah.
I stung him for that. No, I did.
Yeah, for sure. Dan had sent us a 50 mil. I bought a 50 mil from you. When he released the 100 mil bottles, I got another one and I burned through all those. And then recently, I don't know, you had got on a post where he was selling 100 mil bottles that were mislabeled.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I got on there and kind of chastised you for not tagging me in the post. I'm terrible with social media, but I just happened to see the post and you were in there talking and I was like, hey, and I ended up buying one.
So you got one of those?
Yeah. Paid my own money for it.
That was a result. I did as well.
Did you really?
So I do this a lot, and this is probably another episode, but the fragrances that I've owned sold, and then rebought. It's a really bad, really bad, really bad. But I've done that. I did that with Insidious. I owned it for a while, really liked it, but then I still found I preferred Mont Blanc Explorer, so I kept wearing that. And then Insidious wasn't getting as much wear, so I just thought, oh well, do I need to? So then I sold it, and then that deal came up, and I was like, you know what, I need to kind of revisit it, I think. And yeah, I sort of missed it. So I did, and I've picked up compliments on it. Yeah, I remember I went to the post office to get a parcel dropped off, and a random woman who was being served at the sort of cashier next to me, she just went, "Oh, you smell incredible, by the way." I was like, "Oh, thank you." So there you go. I can drop panties too, Mike. I can drop panties too.
Yeah, you sure can. I love it. What about your number 4?
Okay, number 4 is, again, this is my second bottle of this. I will show the camera, but it is Byron Parfums The Chronic.
Oh, yeah.
This is my second bottle. This is the original style of bottle. They've completely changed their bottles now, so I'm looking forward to getting a new one. But yeah, it is a just gorgeous sort of cinnamony, but it's kind of bubblegummy, isn't it? It's kind of, but it's not in a juvenile way, which is what I like about it. So it's kind of sweet, but it's not juvenile, or it's still kind of got some sexy sophistication to it, but it is kind of got this bubblegummy accord, which I don't really know. I think it might get it from cinnamon or something like that. I can't remember, but absolutely gorgeous and absolute beast performance. That's another reason why I love that fragrance, is if I ever need a fragrance to last and perform, if I think, right, I'm going to be out all day, I'm not going to be able to top up or whatever, as long as it's not high heat, I go for the Chronic.
Yeah, you sent us like probably 5 to 7 mil, I can't remember. We did an episode on it, and I loved it. I got to where I would spray it on a tester every single day and smell it.
Yeah. And is that because it reminds you of me?
Yeah, that was it. I imagine I was giving you a big hug.
Yeah.
But I burned through that whole thing. And then I literally drove to Dallas, which is like a 2-hour drive for me. Drove to Dallas to buy it, but it was the new bottle. And when I sprayed it on skin, it didn't smell the same. It was missing something.
Ooh.
And I got scared that it was like reformulated and not as good. And I didn't end up pulling the trigger. I mean, I was this close to buying a bottle of it because I do love it so much.
Oh, that's made me nervous now. Yeah, so I finished my bottle, and then I bought this second bottle, which is one of the original bottles from another content creator that had it. So yeah, the new style bottles are quite cool. They're sort of blue, funky bottles. Mm-hmm. But you also, did you not try the Chronic Rouge Extreme as well? Have you tried that one? Did you do an episode on that before?
Yeah, it smells great. It smells really, really good on a woman. In fact, one of the gals that came on the podcast, she bought a bottle of it, and she used to wear it all the time, and it smells amazing.
Yeah, somebody sent me a tiny amount that was left in their bottle. They sent it to me, which was amazing, and I love it. But as you said, it is probably a bit more feminine leaning, but fortunately my wife loved it as well.
Yeah.
She really liked it, in fact, so I ended up buying her a bottle for her birthday. So that's great. So that's kind of quite nice as well, the fact that she can wear Rouge Extreme, I can wear the Chronic, so yeah, that's a nice little reference as well.
A little his and hers.
Yeah. So what's your number 4?
Well, if you're an OG listener to the other podcast, you'll know this layer. I had to go with Straight to Heaven by Killian because I like to layer that with Insidious.
Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever smelt that, you know.
Straight to Heaven? No. Oh, man.
Oh, my God. No, I don't think I have. So tell me about it.
It's like, to me, it smells like an earthy barrel that, they store scotch or something in. Like a whiskey barrel.
So it's obviously quite boozy then, is it?
It's, a little boozy. It's really woodsy.
Okay.
Which smells amazing. And then there's a little bit of earthiness to it. It's more of a simple type fragrance. That's why I like to layer it. Because on its own, it may feel a little flat. I still wear it by itself. But I really like what it does whenever I layer it with like a citrusy masculine fragrance.
Okay. Because I could argue you've wasted a spot there. For the fact that you have to wear it with another fragrance, you've basically picked 4 for life.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's how much I love the combo. I was willing to burn a spot.
Okay.
Because I was like, I've got to have it. And I've layered it with other things too. It's worth having. It does smell good on its own whenever I feel like I want to wear something very light, because I used to just do Molecule 1. And now this has a little bit more attitude. It's a little louder, lasts a little longer. So I still wear it by itself, but primarily I layer it with Insidious.
I need to do more layering. I don't do enough of it, to be honest. I need to sort of play with it a little bit. I've got Molecule 01. I layer that, obviously. But there's a couple others that I've got now that I've started to consider layering, but I need to start thinking of some creations. I'm loving this so far, but shall we just take a little step back and see what the Patreons have done?
Yes.
So I don't think they're going to beat our list, but you know.
Here's what I think we do. Let's do one, and then to build up the suspense before our number one, we'll do another list.
Okay, sounds good. So, should we both pick a Patreon and share?
Yeah, so I've picked one.
Okay, you can go first then.
Okay. So, of all the ones, I thought, man, if I could not have what's on my list, I would like to have RJD 2K3's.
Oh.
And he says, Blockade, Tuxedo, Second Soul, Fucking Fabulous, and Ferris.
See, I've not smelt Second Soul. But all of I don't know if I've smelt Blockade. I've smelt the other three, and I like all of them.
Oh, man. Blockade is great. It's like a Ventus if it had mango in it. It's a little sweeter. It's less like woodsy. It's mostly sweet mango with like, I think peppercorn is the other main one, but it's an answer to a Ventus for the Mind Games line. But I absolutely love it. I had a 100 ml bottle of it. I went through it. It was wonderful.
I mean, Tuxedo is an absolute shout. I love that fragrance. I do, as much as I love it, I didn't find it had too much versatility that I would, as per the name, I found that I was only ever wearing it for quite sort of formal. I literally wore it for like Christmas do's and kind of events and things.
Gotcha.
And I don't know if that was me just being succumbed to the marketing and the name. I don't know, but
right.
There's a YouTuber, Kumino. He his favorite fragrance of all time, it certainly was. So he used to just rinse it and wear it all the time. So I'm sure you can. It's got some versatility without a doubt.
I don't know if I've smelled it. I know that. I mean, I've gone through a bottle of not Tuxedo, but Mustache, which a lot of people said was like a clone of it. And I loved that one. So if it leans in any direction like that, which I've heard it does, I think that'd be amazing. I liked Second Soul. Not bad. Love Fucking Fabulous. And I love Ferris. So 4 out of 5. Absolutely. This is a fantastic list.
That is an absolute great pick. I've smelt Tuxedo, but just to kind of reference, I owned Black Tie Affair from Alexandria Fragrances, which is a really good version. So I own that, and that was absolutely lovely as well.
Okay.
No, good picks there. Good shout there. There was 2 lists. I picked 2, just in case you picked the same one as me, but I'm going to go for my first one.
Okay.
And hold on, let me just check that. Yeah, no, I'm going to go with the first one. I'm now down myself. I'm going to go for David Peeler's list. So he went for Acqua di Gio Parfum, Percival, Kajal 3, or Kajal, Elysium, and Leighton. So he sounds like the manliest fucking man that ever did man.
Yeah. Those are great selections too.
That is kind of up my street in the sense that they're just lovely, clean, very approachable. They're not too challenging, but they've got enough depth and sort of complexity without being challenging. I really like that in a fragrance.
Yeah. There's a lot of that Elysium that it's like that very fresh citrus. You've got Kajal 3, which is like a sweeter, warmer citrus. So he's probably, and then you got ADG, which obviously is like that kind of grapefruity. I can't do the aquatic, but I know a lot of people love that one. So that is a fantastic list.
The Parfum's not as it's not as a sort of aquatic, so it's probably a bit better. I'm telling you, David is dropping panties at funerals without doubt on that one. He is.
Yeah.
He's resurrecting people with that one. So that's a good shout. That one. I like that list.
That's amazing. All right, let's get into our number 3 then.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and tell you mine. You won't believe it.
Okay.
It's Leighton.
Is it actually? Yes. This is why we're not quite best friends. This is why. Look, number 3. This is why we're just so close. We're so close.
Yeah.
No, it's a great fragrance. It's an absolute banger.
Yeah, for sure. Believe it or not, I got a compliment at a funeral with it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
God, that's eerie. That's almost. The thing is, I get annoyed because some people hate on Leighton because it's kind of, they say it's niche that smells like designer, but
Right.
it's just really well done. It smells really good. You can't deny that it smells good. I mean, that said, my wife isn't the biggest fan because, you know, when it's sort of in the opening, it's got that sort of slight medicinal kind of vibe,
Yes.
which does dissipate, where she just kind of gets that medicinal thing and then she's like, nah.
No, I love it.
But it is gorgeous. You need to try Royal Equestrian because, as I say, it's really close, but I think it's not quite as green and it's a little bit sweeter. So it's worth kind of having.
I will do.
If you ever get your ass to the UK, or perhaps I'll bring it with me. Perhaps I'll bring it with me when we go to Milan next. I'm saying it like you now. I always say Milan. I don't know why I'm getting Americanized now. I'll say Milan. But yeah, I'll bring it with me. But it's a good pick. Good pick there, mate.
And yours?
Talking of Milan, my number 3 is a fragrance that I discovered at Essence.
Oh.
And after I smelt it, I got a sample of it, and you were the second person to smell it after me. Like, when I got it, the first person I showed it to was you.
Yeah.
My best friend in the whole world. And I think you were like, hold on, I'm talking to my best friend. I'll be with you in a second. I was like, okay.
Exactly.
So the fragrance, I'm going to probably butcher the pronunciation now because it's a French company. So it's Bouquet Encore, and it's by L'Orchestre Parfum.
Yes.
And it is just gorgeous. I've got quite a small little, I think this is like a 15ml bottle. I'm going to get a full bottle, like a full size bottle of this. It's gorgeous. I think at the time I described to you as if Müller and the Chronic kind of had a baby.
Yes.
And obviously they're from the same house. So it does smell a little bit like something by Byron, but by Byron Parfums, but it's kind of like a sweet, clean floral, but it's not too sweet. It's not as sweet as the Chronic. So I really like it. At the time, I did wonder if it was going to be a bit too feminine with the florals, but I wore it for 2 days at Essence, I think, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And it's definitely not too feminine. It's gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance.
Yeah, a lot of those fragrances are really cool from that house. And I had talked with the owner about doing an episode because each fragrance is linked to music. Originally, I think he had heard a piece of music, or he made a fragrance and he asked a friend to write a song inspired by the smell that she got off of that fragrance. And so now each of their fragrances has inspired a piece of music, which I think is great for like the podcast format. So I'm sure we can probably link up with them and do some sort of episode with them here, because it'd be cool to kind of show off what we're smelling and then let people hear like the inspirational music behind it.
Yeah, that'd work really well, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if we give people some notice, they could potentially even, you know, if they're really keen, order some sort of samples to like Discovery Set or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's such a cool guy, and there's some really nice stories, and the music at Essence, they actually have like a little DJ deck at the on the stand, so you can actually put some headphones on, listen to the music while you smell the fragrance, which is kind of cool. Some people might say it's gimmicky, but I think it's cool, and they've all got a story. And what I'm really excited about, I don't know if you remember, but at the last Essence, so I smelled this at the first one I went to, and then the last one we did this year, we got to smell a new flanker, which is as yet unreleased. So they've made a flanker of this one. So they sort of said that Bouquet Encore was like your night out, you're in a club, I think, because I think the track is kind of like electro housey kind of thing. And then they've done the flanker, which is like a cleaner, sort of muskier version, because it's the kind of when you get home and you get in bed into some cotton sheets, and you're so you've got the aftermath of the night out, you know, but you kind of tucked up in bed in these clean sheets, which I thought was really cool. And again, it was a gorgeous fragrance. So when that fragrance releases, I'll definitely be buying that flanker. Yeah.
It's a fun house, man. I enjoy the brands that do something like that bring kind of that extra inspiration to the fragrance. It's not just like, this smells good, buy it. They have something behind it.
Yeah, and what's lovely is he was so passionate, wasn't he? We got to sit down and he took us through the whole range, and he's such a nice guy and just really passionate.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really cool.
Well, speaking of another nice guy, for my number 2, I'm going to go with Dan's Soma Parfums Halcyon Oud.
I don't know if I've ever smelt that, but fair play. I know it's meant to be really good.
Oh, man. I loved it. I haven't ever gotten a bottle of it. I need to, but Tony gave me like 10 mil of it.
Ah, okay. I was going to say, you need to be if it's in your top 5 for life, by definition, but you need to just treat yourself. treat yourself.
I know. I will. I promise you, I will. That one is so good. It's sweet. It's boozy. It's woodsy. It's kind of like, I don't know, somewhere in between, like if apple brandy or angel share, something like that. Got a little bit warmer, got a little bit woodsier, had a little bit more attitude to it, that kind of range. So if you're looking for some parallels, it's kind of something like that. It's not like a clone or anything of it, but it just reminds me of, it's like in the family down the line somewhere.
I mean, it sounds good. Yeah, he's hitting it out of the park. What number was that for you? Was that your number 3 or 2?
Number 2.
That was number 2. Okay. So I'll do my number 2, shall I? Or should we pause there?
Yeah, go ahead and do your number 2.
Okay. My number 2 is yet again, Dan Rothschild is featured in this podcast. He's got his fingers in too many fragrant pies, isn't he? Because he also does a podcast, which is obviously not as good as this one.
Yeah.
But this is his other little side hustle. So I've gone for a fragrance from Insider Parfums. So it's a clone, but this is Insolent X, and it's a clone of Ex Nihilo's The Irreverence, which I think have I smelt it? I don't even know if I've smelt it. I might have smelt it, but it's very expensive. But this is gorgeous. I'm smelling it now. It's just, it's so good. This is just one of those fragrances where I just love smelling myself. You wear it and you're like, God damn, I'm smelling good.
Yeah.
It's just such a pleasure to smell. I think we spoke, I might have mentioned it last week, where there's some fragrances that you love the smell of.
Yeah.
Like quite often like gourmandy cinnamon ones. I like the smell of. I'll put it on the back of my hand and I'll happily smell it, but I don't want to smell of it.
Right.
Where this is like that, but I want to smell of it as well. So I just want to smell of it. I want to keep smelling it. It's just so yummy. This was the fragrance that I wore at my most recent Christmas party for work. Absolutely love it.
What does it smell like? You've mentioned it before.
Oh man, it's got like a sweetness to it. It's funny because quite often my favorite fragrances I really struggle to describe, and I don't know if it's because you approach them because they're with more emotion than sort of hard cold logic. When you're just digesting a fragrance, you sort of go, oh, I'm getting this wood, I'm getting this. Like a lot of these fragrances, like the Chronic earlier, I really struggled to, even though I've seen the notes list, I couldn't really describe it. It's the same with, and it's the same with this. I don't know if it's because my logical brain takes a back seat and my emotional brain just kind of is shouting at me going, oh God, it smells good. It smells good. Just tell him it smells like, I sort of struggle to kind of break it down.
Yeah.
But it's got this really lovely sweetness. It's not quite boozy, but it's just quite rich. I don't know I might even have to have a look at what the note breakdown is, because there's kind of a subtle kind of fruity spice to it. So I think it might be like spiced fruit or something in there. And it's just, it's probably, I bet I'm not wrong on that, because it's kind of, I don't say it smells like it, but it's in the same style of fragrance as maybe something like Tobacco Vanille or something like that, where it's kind of like this rich, sort of fruity. Like I say, it's definitely not a clone, or it doesn't smell like Tobacco Vanille, but it's in that same style, if you know what I mean, just to kind of put it in a ballpark for you.
Well, before we get to our number ones, you said you had another Patreon's list that you want to read?
I do. And also, I just want to take a moment and just check in on you. I want to know how you're doing, my man.
Yeah.
I've not spoken to, well, we've sent a few messages with regards to our calories and our healthy track, and we've been doing all right. But what have you been up to? How's your week been? You said you've been really busy for work, which is good.
Yes. Yeah. So I've started working with a newer company. Well, I've started working on new projects with a company that I've been with, but they've put me kind of head over their marketing efforts.
Wow.
And so I've been like really busy because we're doing rebranding for them, and we're changing a bunch of things, and we're starting new promotions and stuff like that. So I just got slammed, but also I've just like been craving being busy with work, because that's like, I'm very much like that. I like to work. I like to be thinking and pondering things, and like business strategy, marketing strategy, that type of stuff is like in my wheelhouse. I really enjoy doing that sort of thing. So luckily with these guys, they were like, here's the steering wheel, go to town. And so I've just been like going nuts.
Awesome. I'm really pleased. That's amazing. I'm glad the things are just getting busy and things are picking up. I'm really happy.
Yeah.
And how is the mental and physical health as well? Is that good?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I think last night I had ice cream, but I didn't even go over my calories. So
it's all good. You're allowed to treat.
Yeah, I'm in a good place, man. I really am. So, and you're doing well. You want to update them? You're like smashing through your goals right now.
Yeah. So I set myself a goal because I'm going on holiday in a few weeks. So I think I gave myself like a month to lose like 5 or 6 pounds, and I've lost 4 already, and I've got a couple of weeks to go. So I'm doing all right. It's going to be an all-inclusive holiday. So at least on day 1, I want to look as ripped as I can, and then I'll be smashing the all-inclusive. It's like, so the last time I did an all-inclusive holiday, I gained like 6 pounds in a week. So
that's a good vacation then.
It's got to be done. The thing is, normally at home I don't do breakfast, so I often sort of I'm not really a breakfast person, but it kind of supports intermittent fasting and all that sort of stuff. But I just don't normally do breakfast.
Yeah.
But then when you're in a hotel, you sort of have to do breakfast. But then all-inclusive, you end up having like a dessert at breakfast. Do you know what I mean? So you have like breakfast, dessert, lunch, dessert, dinner, dessert. Oh, walking between pools, I'll get a dessert. Oh, walking between the other pool. Oh, there's some pizza. Yeah, why? Like, it's mental. So yeah, I thought at least if nothing else, I'm going to look hopefully quite good on day 1, but then it also gives me a buffer. So when I put it all back on, I'm kind of back where I started.
You'll look buff on day 1 and bloated on day 2 through the rest of it.
Yes. The thing is, I remember I did it last year when I went on holiday. I really put loads of effort in, got in shape, and then basically because of the kids, we're going to like a family resort, so there's all mums and dads around there who do not have time to train up for physical fitness. So genuinely, I was one of the sort of more fitter people there, without being humble. Like, I was like, okay, I probably didn't have to go as hard as this. It's like, but it's all good. So I'm looking forward to that. And I've been doing a bit of gigging as well. So I shared a video. If you're not a Patreon, if you get in there, you can watch a video of me doing stand-up in the Patreon as well.
Yeah.
I did a gig last weekend, which was good fun.
A solid 20-minute set, man.
Yeah, I opened the night with that, which was good. I tell you what, I didn't tell you. I'm going to read this to you as well now, because probably you know more than anyone right now. But you've got this as a parent, like, sharing duties and things, which is probably, hitting home for you now. But you have this guilt if you leaving the other person to do it, or, sharing the duties, and you kind of do your responsibility. So quite often when I'm going out gigging in the evenings, I have to leave early and leave my wife to sort out the kids and all this. So there's a bit of guilt there, and I have to kind of, but she's kind of cool with it. She's quite supportive. But I kind of went to this gig. I felt a bit bad about it, but I was kind of, I get paid for it and stuff, so that kind of helps, justify it. And let me see if I can find this. So I got a message at the gig. I was kind of, as I rocked up, and there's me thinking, I'm feeling a bit guilty about this. Let me see if I can find it. It was... Right, here we go. So I don't put my children's names out on social media, so I'm not going to tell you her name, but I'll replace that with my daughter. So I got this message from my wife, right? Fuck my fucking life. Our daughter forgot she needed a poo whilst playing outside and left it so late she pooed her pants, got a bit on the floor, and then I fucking trod on it.
Oh no.
What do you do with that when you're not there? You're kind of like, ooh, send a sad face? Like,
exactly. Yeah. What's your response going to be? Yeah.
Exactly.
Just like do the poo emoji is what you need to do.
Should just reply with like, sucks to be you. And like, it's, what do you do with that information? So yeah.
You say, I'm having a great time over here. I just had some free drinks and I'm over here laughing. And
that's the thing. That's one of those ones where you have to play it down and go, oh yeah, the free drink I got at the bar was a bit warmer than I wanted. Yeah. I know. God, fuck my life, eh? Oh, I've got it so tough. Yeah. So that did make me laugh.
Well, before you read that list, is there any that you, like an honorable mention that you wish you could put on the list, but you just didn't have that 6th slot?
I would go for a summer freshie. So that's what my list is very much. So my number 1 fragrance I probably could wear in the summer because it's versatile and people probably know what it's coming if you follow me. Mm-hmm. But I am missing that sort of real citrusy summer fresh, like all-inclusive holiday type fragrance as such. So I think I would have gone for Dior Homme Cologne.
Oh, really? Okay.
Which I absolutely love. Yeah, just quite simple, clean, fresh mandarin, which I love, though I don't love it as much as I used to. It used to be one of my favorite notes, but yeah, it's just a gorgeous, clean, simple, I was going to say masculine, but it's not really masculine, but I just love that kind of clean, manly kind of scent. It's just quite attractive. I really like it. What about you?
I would have put Luna Rosa Carbon on there.
Oh God, I've only just realised. I assumed that was coming, to be honest.
I think most people did. That's what I wanted to let you down.
Shall I hit you with my other Patreon list, my second one that I was going to go for?
Yep.
It was Bill A. He went for Mont Blanc Explorer. Absolute smashed it. Byredo's Bal d'Afrique, Parfum de Marly Carlisle, Imagination, and Prada L'Homme Intense.
Oh, man.
Good pick. Have you smelled the Prada L'Homme range?
No, I haven't.
Prada L'Homme, I love. Gorgeous iris. L'Homme Intense from memory has kind of got this, it's a bit darker. It's got like a leather note in it from memory. And then Prada L'Homme Low is like a sort of more fresher version, which I kind of do like, but I think the original is the best one, to be honest. So I would personally probably swap the L'Homme Intense for L'Homme. Imagination's obviously really good. Parfum de Marly Carlisle is an absolute banger. Mont Blanc Explorer, absolute banger. Though I think it might have been reformulated, you know.
Yeah.
My latest bottle is not performing like it used to.
I've kind of fallen a little out of love with it, and that just has been reinforced by Insidious for me as well. So
fair. And Byredo's Bal d'Afrique, I've smelled in store, but I can't remember, to be honest. So that was a bit of a punt there. I can't remember what that smells like. But yeah, I thought that was a really solid list.
All right, we ready to hit number ones?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, I'll go with mine. I picked Imagination by Louis Vuitton.
Did you actually?
Yes.
That has surprised me. I'm genuinely really surprised by that.
It's my scent of the day today. I'm loving it.
And is it the original LV Imagination?
Yeah.
It's not like a clone or anything, right? Okay, just checking.
No, I have like a sample or like a decant of it.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
When I went to that event, that fragrance event with Chris Fragmental, that's his surname, a good few weeks ago now, he was in London for the weekend, and he bought Afternoon Swim and Imagination, so he could create loads of content. And at the event, he was wearing Imagination, and he'd put on like 312 sprays, so it was absolutely, that's all you could smell. But it was really good. Yeah, I can't justify the price for it, so I've been looking for a decent clone, and recently I picked up, I think I might have mentioned it, I picked up the Pocket Sense version, which I really like. So that's, I think I mentioned it on a previous episode. It might have been the Origins episode, I can't remember.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I'd smelt another clone before that was a bit too sharp on the old ginger, and it was kind of a bit off-putting, where the Pocket Sense version is the ginger's a bit more subtle. It's there, but it's a bit more sort of floral, and it's just much nicer to wear. I've been really enjoying it. I've worn it about 3 times this week, I think, actually. So we are fragrance friends. So just not fragrance best friends. So
that one, for me, it kind of replaces a couple of fresh fragrances that I like. I would have done Oolong Cha, would have done Luna Rosa Carbon, but I'm really loving Imagination right now. And so that kind of replaces that sort of bright, fresh, not so sweet fragrance. And it's an absolute amazing fragrance.
And it performs well for a fresh, again, super versatile, so you can wear it anytime, obviously in the heat, in the office, whatever.
Yes.
And it performs as well. It's probably one of the few LV fragrances that does perform, to be honest, by the sounds of it. I've never owned them, but all I hear is people moaning about the lack of longevity. So good pick. I mean, you are just basically one of these TikTok bitches that are just you're just following the hype. It's all about Imagination at the minute and Louis Vuitton fragrances. Did you know, I don't know if you've seen this, but Louis Vuitton limits the number of bottles that you can buy from them.
Is that right?
Did you know this? Yeah, I've seen a couple of people in one of the Facebook groups that have basically been banned from buying any more bottles.
Wow, that seems strange.
Yeah, that's an actual thing. So basically, they have to get their friends to buy them bottles for them and stuff.
Jesus.
They basically said, we limit the number, and unfortunately, they were the email, they shared a screenshot and stuff, I think it was, but they, it's not like banning, you're taking the piss. They're quite polite about it. Thank you for your support, but we try and unfortunately, we're unable to provide you any.
Yeah.
So they have to get other people to get the bottles for them and shit. It's just fucking ridiculous.
Wow. How many bottles you got to get before they say, okay, we're cutting you off?
It's mad though, because the fragrances do smell amazing, and I'm sure the quality of ingredients is really good, but they're so fucking expensive for very simple, fresh DNAs.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think Louis Vuitton are killing it on the whole marketing. And it's that, for me, Louis Vuitton have done that thing where if like a nightclub could be empty, it could be shit, but if you've got a queue of people outside waiting to get in, you want to get in that nightclub. And that's what they're doing with these, like limiting the number of bottles. They're just creating demand. It's so clever. You know, they're killing it.
Yeah, that is slick.
Should I do my number one? Talking of simple, clean, overly expensive fragrances.
Yeah, hit us with it.
It's got to be another 13 from Le Labo. So it is, as you can see, Mike, you can't do. I've nearly finished. This is my second 100ml bottle, and it's nearly empty.
God, yeah, you've got less than probably 15 mil in there. That's probably 10 mil in there.
Yeah, I don't. It's upsetting me. I've already started looking for where I can get another bottle, but I don't really want to pay retail if I don't have to, because it's so expensive. But I will. That's the thing. I will if I have to pay retail for this, because just smelling it now. Oh God, it's just, there's something about it. There's something, it's got that magic sauce that just smells really good. It just creates that reaction with me. Again, it's like I said earlier, where it just smells so good, and I just love smelling myself when I'm wearing it.
Yeah.
And again, I lose the sort of logical brain. So again, it's another fragrance I really struggle to describe, because all I can think is it just smells really good. It's kind of clean, fresh, kind of musky. It's quite ethereal. It's kind of, you know, I think there's some sort of fruity notes, but there's like aroma chemicals in it. So it's like ambroxan-like. It isn't ambroxan, but it's kind of, yeah. I think you told me a bit, because wasn't this originally a limited release in collaboration with a magazine or something, like Another 13?
That's right.
Something like that.
Yeah, it sure was.
Yeah.
And then I think they re-released it after that, and I don't even know if the magazine is still around. It was such a short kind of partnership, but it is an interesting fragrance. It seems like the fragrances that you really love, like just going back to the Chronic and then this one as well, it's hard to put your finger on. And that's what kind of makes it unique to you. So when people smell you, I kind of like having that, to where they don't really know what it is, but they're like, you smell good.
Yeah.
And that's memorable.
That's the thing, I think, is that difference, because there's, I can't quite describe it, but there's a fragrance that I love. It's one of my, you know, I did a post on Patreon recently asking for people for their favourite sort of summer bangers, their fresh scents. And one of my, I've nearly finished a 100ml bottle. I really, really like it. And I really love Bulgari's Manwood Neroli. But I love it sort of analytically. I think it smells great. It ticks all the boxes. It's fresh. It's got this lovely kind of woody undertones. It lasts, it performs. But I've never included it in any list ever, even though I've nearly finished 100ml, and I do legitimately really like that fragrance on paper. It still doesn't have that emotional gut love, I need this fragrance response from me. Yeah. So it's weird. On paper, I think it's an amazing, analytically, I love that fragrance, and I do own it, but I just don't, for whatever reason, it doesn't get that same emotion sort of that these fragrances get, like Another 13, Insolent X, the Chronic. And I don't know why, but that's for me the difference. Is some things you smell and you're just like, this is on paper, this is objectively a really good fragrance, but other things you just smell like, this smells fucking amazing. Yeah, this is just a bit of me. It's got to have more than just a good smell. Yeah, to make it to our 5 for Life list. Yes, mate. Love it. So there you go. That is the 5 for Life. I think that's it. I think we're done. I think that is episode 2, is it not? It is. There we are. We're making our way forward. Just 500 more episodes to go. 500 more episodes, and then we will be best friends. That is my aim in life. Yeah, 100%. Before long, we'll feel like we're next door neighbors as much as we talk. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Can't wait. Well, guys, if you've enjoyed this episode and you want more content like this, and you're just impatient, you can't wait till next week, you can check out patreon.com/Fragrance Banter. We have a community in there that's amazing, and bonus episodes going up. We'd love to have you in there. And until next week, I guess we better try and shoehorn in our little adios, which is stay healthy and spray healthy.